Hey, what is up, guys? Um, I've been super stoked this entire week since I actually got it. But in that box behind me over there is a 20th anniversary edition PlayStation 4 that is completely sealed. And when I say completely sealed, it still has that plastic film wrapping it. It is brand new, untainted, untouched. It hasn't seen the light of day yet. Um, Now, how I happened to come across this was I purchased my Logitech Z906 surround sound system from a guy, um, and went through to his house, and he mentioned, hey, I have this console lying around. So went and had a look at it, and it caught my eye, and ever since that moment, I think I had made up my mind that I was pretty much going to get it. Um, I said to him, you know what? Let me know what happens if, in a couple of weeks' time you don't have a buyer yet. Let me know, and I'll like run through, maybe, pick it up, and that's pretty much how the story went. So, just some background on the PlayStation 4 20th Anniversary Edition. It was a limited release that came out on the anniversary of the PlayStation 1. Um, Having a look on PlayStation's website over here, they say the PlayStation launched in Japan in December 1994, with Europe and USA following in 1995. Um, so it's a couple years old already, and I know the PlayStation 5 is now, on the way to being released, which kind of begs the question, was it really worth getting a PlayStation 4? But as I mentioned, this PlayStation here is a limited release. They are each individually marked with an aluminium plaque etched with the specific number of that PlayStation. And I mean, you can have a look at other unboxing videos here and there on YouTube and, all the other streaming platforms. But the thing that really excites me is the fact that years after its release, there's still, some new ones lingering around. And to find a new one, firstly, is hella difficult. And then again, here in South Africa, that's another thing too. Um, so yeah, I took the plunge, went and got one. I got a good deal on it, so you can also do your own research as to how much these things go for. Um, and I sold my PlayStation. I had a PlayStation 4 Slim, the 500 gig model. This is a 500 gig, what they refer to as the PS4 Fat, which is the initial model design. So it looks like the regular PlayStation 4 with some like minor tweaks here and there. Um, I was thinking of upgrading to a PlayStation 4 Pro, obviously, to get like the higher range thing right before the PlayStation 5 comes out, because I think I really want to, get that console, but, I obviously have to see how much that costs upon release. Um, but when I came across this, I mean, this is like such a cool addition to a console collection. I mean, in my cupboards, I have two PlayStation 1s, the smaller ones. I still have the original case for my PlayStation 1, the larger model. Um, and when I was young, I actually stripped out all the parts and kept the enclosure ready to use it for something else, which was pretty cool. And I eventually got myself a Dremel and turned that into a clock. So, hopefully I'll be able to mount that somewhere soon when I've got all my um, consoles and everything ready. Um, I've got some PlayStation 2s, the PlayStation 2 Slims. I have one that needs a little bit of attention. It's the PlayStation 2 Slim in silver, and then I have my Grand's PlayStation 2 Slim in black. So I've got those. And I mean, I've got some other consoles, lying around here, like an old Famicom replica, which is pretty cool. Um, I've got some Xbox 360s, that I managed to restore one myself. So, maybe if I get an opportunity to work on some random consoles that aren't quite working yet. Maybe I can tinker around with some of those in some videos. Um, and oh yeah, last year, with special mention, let's see if I can find it over here. Ah yes, here it is in my mystical drawer of wonders. Digging real deep into the archives here. I managed to restore a Game Boy Color, which was pretty cool. So imported this casing from Amazon. Wasn't too expensive, had it shipped in via Aramex. The original casing, the previous owner, was a little bit damaged. Obviously, it had been left in some corners here and there, collecting a lot of dust and just being dinged and bashed and stuff. So all the internals were relatively fine. The main board needed some cleaning, but I mean, it was nothing a little bit of electronic contact cleaner couldn't fix really. And yeah, that was a relatively successful revamp of a Game Boy Color, which is really cool. I mean, it kind of looks like the screen is a little bit scratched there. I don't know if you can see that, but that is actually just the screen protector. Yeah, Cat decided to join me since he saw me sitting down. Usually when I'm playing games, he jumps on my lap if, there's no one else around to give him attention. So he's here joining us for this event. I might have to actually push him off because he is, as you can see, a long-haired cat, and he's going to be getting a lot of his hair everywhere, so that could interfere a little bit. But yeah, anyway, back to, I guess, the main unboxing of the PlayStation 4. So before I deviated, it essentially is a regular PlayStation 4 Fat, a 500 gig model. It's not the Pro, so it doesn't support like 4K. It doesn't. I don't think it has. No, I think it might have HDR. Yeah, I think it does have HDR. And I mean, the last selling price available for this console on Takealot's, having a look here, was like 7,929 Rand. Um, they were limited to 12,300 units worldwide. Um, I think that's official release units, because I know something about the 0 units being given to the CEO of Sony, something like that. And hey, what's up, Helotron? Welcome. Um, yeah, so I just think it's super interesting to see something like this, so many years later. My cat is having a great time over here. Um, Untainted, unopened, and I'm super excited to see what number there is. Having a look on like Reddit and doing a little bit of Googling here and there, there's a lot of numbers that haven't been uncovered yet. So the first, the one out of 12,300, that was auctioned off in America a couple of years ago, and the last one of the entire batch was auctioned off in Spain a couple of years ago, which is pretty cool. And then the rest is, I believe, randomly released, here and there. Can you post 2 videos about immigrants? Don't know why you would do that. That's super random. No. Um, anyway, and yeah, so I think the first 100 released are, I believe they're somewhat, kept for special Sony events here and there. Okay. Wow. Amazing, dude. Well played, well played. Yeah, so, and then the rest is, from what I understand, widely released worldwide. Then, depending on the number that you actually get, for instance, like, of course, the perfect example, 69 420, 11,111, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those numbers tend to become a little bit rarer, you know, for the collector. So I don't know if we're going to get one of those numbers. I don't know if that's already been claimed. Pled asks, when is the merch dropping? Sure. Maybe sometime this year, depending on how the stream goes. If I manage to get like any money like inflowing through this, you know, maybe I could try and organize something like that. Streamlabs is actually offering something really cool where if I manage to get a Streamlabs subscription, I can actually create custom merch and start like shipping that and selling that, and they handle a lot of that stuff for you, which is pretty cool. But maybe, you know, I could go that route if like people worldwide would like my stuff, or you know, maybe I can do something local. I know there's plenty of places that are pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to use them because they have really good deals on creating merch and, you know, facilitating all of that. So it's looks like it's getting a bit of a CAT scan over there. Sweet. I think I've said enough. I've kept you guys waiting long enough. I actually managed to find in my drawer over here my original memory card from my PlayStation 1. I have Carmageddon save games on here and like Tomb Raider 3. So maybe one day when I get my PlayStations up and running, I'll be able to check that out again. Okay, so let's clear the table here, literally and figuratively. So yeah, otherwise, how are you guys doing this evening? You guys have a good week? Oh my word. Interesting moment over here. Sorry, boy. I'm gonna have to kick you off there. Come. Psst, 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 psst. Come. Come on, fatso. Ugh. No, 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 no. You cannot get on the box. You can get in the box once I've taken this out. How's that? Is that a good deal? And this thing weighs quite a bit. Phew. 20th anniversary edition PlayStation that is sealed. Properly sealed. This is great. Ah, sick. Jason, why are you drinking Monsters so late, dude? You're gonna be pulling all-nighters now, and not by choice. Okay, so let's rotate this a little bit down. You can see some of the action over here. Sorry, I know you won't be looking at my face for much longer. Let's get some actual gloves out over here. I feel like I'm gonna be performing surgery. Hoorah! Maybe I'll join you for some online games a little bit later on, Jason. But if you want to join too, dude, feel free. Okay, where to start? Where to start? I think on this side over here there's some crinkly bits, so that way like my knife won't come into contact with anything. So the annoying thing with opening something like this is, you know, once you do open it, the value does drop. But to be honest, I feel like if I were to sell it now, I would still make a profit on what I had. And if I do keep it and I make sure that it is kept in good condition over a long period of time, you know, its value won't drop. It's not like it'll be worth, you know, nothing in the future, since this is a very iconic version of the PlayStation 4. So yeah. Okay, plastic is off on the side. Okay, yeah, plastic is pretty much off on the side over here. Let's just try and cut through here. Create a tear here and there. Ooh. It's making all these cool plasticky noises. Excellent. It still has the Stir-Kinnecore sticker over here, because I believe with these in South Africa you could import them like from Takealot, or you know, do some global shopping through Aramex. Now, the previous owner kept this in its delivery box, as you saw back there, which had cushion protection on, you know, all 8 sides, which was pretty cool. So this box is in immaculate condition, like absolutely immaculate. I think if there is any damage anywhere on this, it was very likely just from its origin. So, yeah, I mean, it is in pristine condition. Let's see. Yep, got the serial numbers over there. 500 gig, original gray. Oh, let's get that over there. Original gray, they call it, which is pretty dope. Oh yeah, don't worry, Plets. Going to ruin someone's hard work. That's not what I'm doing. And of course, you know, gotta have some coffee while I'm on stream. I feel like that's my thing at this stage. Oh, and have a look at what's happened over there. Yeah, I think I don't need to spend money on buying a cat bed anymore. Brilliant. Okay, so after watching other unboxing videos, ooh, magical. I am in awe. I'm in absolute awe. So, let's see if I can shine a little bit of light on this for you. Got that nice 20th anniversary logo. Beautiful. So good. And of course, you know, because I just happen to, you know, rent my place from the owners over here, which have 2 long-haired cats. They pretty much own this place. Yeah, there's some cat hair now. Great. Thanks, Romeo. I appreciate it. Sure. Okay, moments of truth. I've been so excited for this exact moment the entire week, really. It's been such a massive build-up to all of this. The box over here it's in perfect condition. I can see there's like one little bubble over here, but I mean, I'm not worried about that. I've seen some of the other unboxing videos on YouTube, and sure, I mean, in comparison to some of those boxes, it looked like those PlayStations were flung around quite a bit and they had massive amounts of damage. Um, Dents like all over the place and like random scratches and stuff, which is really sad because having something in perfect condition like this is just, it's insane. It is such a cool feeling. Uh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna open it up. As soon as I open this up, I'll finally know what number this PlayStation is. Um, wow. Okay, I'm doing it. It's a relatively low number, actually. This is pretty sick. It's a relatively low number. It's not like uh, it's not in the first thousand. It's not in the second thousand. It's not in the third thousand. It's in the 4,000 range, which is pretty cool. Considering that there were so many, well, not really many models, but models were shipped worldwide. So here's the reveal for you guys. Magical. Now, how sexy is this thing? Now, you can't see the number on here because it's etched onto this little plate, and I'll take the camera off and like uh, show you guys around over here. Underneath this little black area over here is all the add-ons. We got a very cool gray styled remote. We've got a camera over here. They've got the styled headset as well. I believe that's in this little box over here with the instruction manuals. And wow, I mean they've like padded this thing to absolute SH1T. Um, oh, by the way, girlfriend is watching right now, so she knows exactly what this looks like. This is it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so I mean, you guys obviously want to know the number. The number of this console is 04570. Booyah. Out of 12,300 units, it says right over there, this is the 4,570th console released out of 12,300. Now, I'm actually speechless. It's amazing. It just looks so good. So what they've actually done here is this part of the console here, you can probably see it has a bit of a different texture to this one. This part has like these small engravings, micro engravings, in a pattern. And what that is it's got a x square, x square triangle, 2, and then 0, obviously signifying the 20th anniversary edition. So if you've ever downloaded the 20th anniversary edition skin for your PlayStation, because you can get that on the PlayStation Store, I believe, you'll see like it'll have that pattern constantly going through it. And I believe like when you start this console up, it automatically has that theme. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This over here is very glossy. Um, so you can see it's got that PlayStation logo over there. I miss this so much. Like I honestly do. This brings back so many good memories of when I used to go through to the like Blockbuster. There was another video shop that was around the corner from my place, like when I was young, and they used to actually allow you to rent a PlayStation 1. And when you did that, you could rent it, and they would give you this PlayStation bag, and it would have the console and its remote controls and everything inside of it, which was so sick. And I remember the first time we did that, it was relatively expensive back in the day. I think like, and I'm talking 1999 maybe, 2000. Going through to the DVD store and renting a PlayStation for like 350 rand. Now back then that was quite a lot of money to rent it. Um, but so many good memories of playing like V Rally, Tomb Raider 3, and um, damn, this is so sick. And you know, this moment over here, I would definitely choose this PlayStation over a PlayStation 4 Pro because I feel like this is bragging rights over here. Having one of these in a collection like trumps a PlayStation 4 Pro. Like, look at this. This is the coolest shit. Um, but yeah, I mean, do you guys that are watching at the moment have any questions so far? I don't want to go taking everything out at the moment. I mean, I can take a few things out just to show you here and there. Um, so for instance, this is what the remote looks like. Now, stylized light gray, dark gray, and you can have a look at the buttons over here. It's just so good, so nostalgic. Um, the camera over here is even gray. How cool is that? Um, and it's just so beautiful. I want to treasure this moment. I want to treasure it and just like put it in a bottle, and then whenever I want to revisit it, you know, open this bottle, pour myself a drink, and mix it with some Coke. Okay, so yeah, in this little box over here is all my cables. Um, I still remember a whole load of those cables actually being like a gray as well. Let's see here. Funny enough, these are gray. Like, these are the exact gray that those cables used to be in. I don't know if that was intentional. Yeah, they're definitely gray. Uh, Here's the stylized headset that they were mentioning. And they've got a HDMI cable over here too. So, this headset, like, still a very simple headset. You can see it has like gray accents and stuff on it. Um, I mean that's still pretty dope. With my previous PlayStation, I didn't actually use this. I kept it aside because um, I've got another headset that I bought in the UK when I was there, and I've been using that for a very long time. But even then, like Bluetooth headsets, I've got my wireless Logitechs on at the moment. So since I do a lot of streaming with my PlayStation as well, I just play through my PC and use this headset too. So I don't actually know if I'm going to be using this headset. It is cool, but you know, I mean, it's fucking cool. I don't want to actually taint it as well. And when I say taint, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Yeah. So this is mostly cables and etc. Let's put that back. You want my cat signed? Yeah, I'll sign his butt, and you can take him. But you're gonna have to pay shipping, and I think the shipping is pretty expensive as soon as something goes over 500 kilograms. Am I right, Romeo? Nah, I'm being mean. He's just big boned. And then here's the booklets. I feel like owning something like this, something you do is read through the booklets, even like if it's not in your language. You just go and read it because, I mean, come on, look at what you have over here. I'm so grateful for having this that I'm going to treasure even the booklets. Wow, absolutely stunning. Magical. Ah, yes, and Dolby True HD. Since I've got my Logitech Z906 system over here, which is also supporting Dolby, Dolby Digital specifically, I've got that hooked up with a Dolby fiber audio connection, which is pretty sick. So, I'm probably going to be streaming from this thing soon. I'm actually going to be using this, firstly. Um, I mean, as nice as it looks, being a collector's item in this enclosed case and stuff like that, I'm a firm believer of, if you have something like this, it's meant to be enjoyed. Sure, there are people who will go and buy these. Maybe that was the intention with the previous owner, um, to sort of keep it sealed so that you'll never know the number of it. But I mean, that's the whole magic behind all of this, in my mind, to my humble opinion. Um, Thanks, Plets. Yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed when it comes to like gaming, hardware, um, being an audiophile, things like that. I tend to go a little bit nuts. So this over here is a little bit of like all of that combined. So I'm having like a nerdgasm right now. You have Overwatch on PS4. Sick. I don't have Overwatch on PS4, but I don't actually know if that's crossplay. We might be able to play. Um, Dude, consoles are definitely the best for certain games. The Witcher 3 being a good example. My girlfriend got heavily addicted to that, and she surpassed like the point that I played that game to in about a week, which is, to me a little bit embarrassing. But I did kind of focus on a lot of the side quests and stuff like that. Um, put a lot of effort into experiencing like all of the weird and wonderful side quests. She started doing that now too, which is really cool. Um, and I don't know why, but I had it in my mind. I was like, mm, maybe I should, like 100% the game. But I don't know. If you're doing a first playthrough of something like that, I don't know if it's a good idea to try and like 100% it. Sorry, I was just adjusting my audio levels over there so I don't make all of you deaf. Um, Other games I can definitely recommend for console. Um, I would have to say, funny enough, like GTA is a really good one. I know on PC there's a lot of like added benefits and stuff like that, like first person mode and the ability to mod the shit out of that game, to the point where you're pretty much turning into another game. A lot of those like random third person games, and um, for whatever reason, and I have no idea why, I'm thinking of Mass Effect Andromeda. But the Mass Effect games, they were originally released on console, I believe. And then, like for the first game, it was then ported over to computer. I might be talking shit, but from the way that I've seen, like you have to implement the um, controller. You actually have to go and get a mod to enable it again, which is really stupid. Um, so yeah, I mean that's a really good example of a game that I prefer on console. Last of Us, yes, of course, but that's also a PlayStation exclusive, so that's cheating. Can you really say like, hey, a PlayStation exclusive is, um, you know, better on a console if it's only on a console? Um, what else? What else? There's some other really good games. Bloodborne, the Souls games. How could I forget? I mean, those are super sick. Um, let me actually move the camera to my face while I'm talking to you. Um, yeah, so racing games, Need for Speed, of course. Most Wanted on PlayStation 2. Funny enough, I managed to get a PC copy as well. Um, Such a good game. Like, I got so hooked, and I remember saving up for like 3 months, the pocket money that I could, and I was hunting at Look and Listen for Need for Speed Most Wanted Black Edition just so I could get that, extra car. Um, Damn. Like, of course, like there's Uncharted. I'm having a look at some of the games I've got over here. Horizon Zero Dawn is another console exclusive. Um, but yeah, even like Destruction Derby games, those are pretty cool. Um, yeah, some really good stuff out there. Console in some areas is just way better. I actually went and bought Red Dead Redemption before it came out for PC. It went on sale on the PlayStation Store, and I managed to redeem my PlayStation Gold subscription that I got with my other PlayStation. And I saw that it was on sale, and I was like, you know what? YOLO. Did it. And I'm actually really happy that I bought that for console because I've been enjoying it a lot. And I've heard there's also been a lot of issues with PC, um, with the game randomly crashing, and there's just, bugs riddled here and there. I'm sure they're probably going to sort that out, just like they did with Grand Theft Auto. Um, I mean, I trust Rockstar in most cases with, churning out a video game that is quite rock solid and performs quite well. Although, like, especially when I was playing GTA Online quite a bit, and they were randomly like banning people, and then there was of course the mass amount of hackers that suddenly popped up, so that was pretty irritating. But otherwise, they have rock solid games that have gripping story, um, and you can get lost in that stuff. It's awesome. Um, But yeah, so I mean, I'm probably going to be streaming from this console soon, which is, you know, taking a step back now, thinking about it. It's insane to think that this is such an insane piece of modern technology, and I know the new one is coming out now, so I think I still have the right to say that this is an insane piece of modern technology because it is. Sony have now been around for more than sure, well, the PlayStation has been around more than 20 years, and it's made such an impact on gaming. So to have something like this in my console collection is, you know, really, I'm completely speechless. So thank you, Sony. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, so I mean, I don't really have much more to say. I'm still a little bit speechless at the moment, which is uh, weird for me because I usually talk a lot of shit. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess soon in the future I'll be able to do my first stream with this console and play some Red Dead Redemption. I'm actually gonna play, you know, a game that's decent on the console. Maybe I'll do a little bit of like Horizon Zero Dawn, and maybe you can watch me die a shitload in Bloodborne. Um, but yeah, no, I'll play like games that are meant for console playing, not Fortnite. Fortnite is perfect for bathroom playing. Um, so yeah, quick shout outs to Fafa, who I bought the console from, and my surround sound speakers from. Dude, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I know it's probably sad for you to see this console now being like completely unwrapped and stuff, but just know that it's going to have a very good home. Um, and it is going to be one of those things that is going to be treasured. So, you know, I mean, it's beautiful. You also know the number now. The last time we spoke, I said, you know, I'll definitely let you know the number. So, 4570, man. That is the number that has been hiding beneath this packaging for all of these years. You've probably been in the position where you were like, damn, should I open it? Shouldn't I? And it's may have been like sitting at the back of your mind for so long. Um, but yeah, dude, 4570. That is your number. Anyway, thank you so much for the guys who tuned in, and if you're going to be watching this video later on, you know, I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe my videos. I talk a lot of shit, play some relatively average games, so you can watch me sometimes get some pretty cool kills here and there in like Call of Duty, or, you know, watch me talk crap about some of the characters in Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. Or, you know, every now and then do something cool like this. Hopefully I can do some, you know, more uh, just chatting videos here and there. Think I'm going to get into that a little bit more because I do enjoy, you know, uh, electronics and random stuff like that. So I know last week I gave my mechanical keyboard a good clean, which is something that you don't see very often. So maybe I'll do some random stuff like that just for the entertainments. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me now. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and thank you very much for checking out the video. It means the world to me. And about the merch, you know, maybe I'll have something like that in the future if you know, I manage to gain any popularity. But yeah, cheers, take it easy, and best wishes.